All right, everybody, we are in a lobby now, and it looks like everybody's in there. We should be starting shortly. Actually, looking at team portraits right now, actually, all 10 players have the same portrait. I've never seen double portrait synergy. This is just full on portrait synergy from both teams. So here we go. We're going into the draft here on Cursed Hollow. So this is going to be a great map to kind of test everyone out here. There's a lot of macro to take care of. Two bosses on the map, an important objective that completely negates towers and forts and minions all together. So let's see how these teams are fired up for their first game of Season 10 here in NGS. So on the left-hand side, we do have Die Gaming making the first ban on to Stukov as our first ban here. I wonder if that's going to be a target ban onto a player on the side of Death and Delay. I'm not sure that Stukov is like the super most meta pick, but I know in Div B, Stukov can be a menace, and he is just a good, strong healer. Tons of burst healing, group healing, for everybody on the team. So he's gone, and Garrosh as well is going to be banned out immediately by Death and Delay here. So Garrosh, if it was one of our bans when I was playing last season that we kind of always fell back to, because you play against a good Garrosh and you are just not having a good night. So whether or not that is a target ban, it is early in the season, so no one's really shown all of their cards yet. So we're just seeing what they know about each other and what they definitely don't want to play against. So here on the side of Die Gaming, we're going to see an Orphea ban. Actually saw her in some of our earlier casts tonight. There was a good amount of Orphea play, but she did go through a round of nerfs in our latest patch, and May seeing a lot of action either being picked or banned this first week in NGS, and you'll see her banned here in Game 1 for our Div B Northeast Division game here. So let's see what Die Gaming wants to pick up as their first pick. They go right into a Diablo pick. So I've been curious in the games that I've seen, is Diablo going to be successful in the medallion meta now that everyone has a self-cleanse and could potentially break his CC chain? Will he be a menace, or will it be a rough pick when dealing with the medallions? We'll see. So Greymane and Uther. I wonder if this is a main tank Uther, if that's still a thing this season, or if they're going to go ahead and pick that. Now, if you're going to have a main healer as Uther, there's a lot of countering you could do to an Uther main healer because of poke damage, spread damage, like a Lunara, something like that can really make Uther have a bad time. But Greymane seeing a lot of play as well already in week 1. Just an overall strong pick when it comes to damage dealer. Arthas, potentially going to be our offlaner here for Die Gaming, and Sylvanas, another very high tier hero, hasn't really seen any changes lately, and she was already pretty strong. So she's going to make an appearance here as a damage dealer for Die Gaming. Deckard Cain gets banned out even after his Ruby nerfs this week. We will not see any potions being dropped for the team on Die Gaming. Potentially a kind of a baby healer choke. Just they had already banned Stukov. They picked their healer already potentially. Or maybe, they plan in the 3 and 4 to pick another healer to have the Uther main tank, and that's an even further choke on healer role. ETC being banned, they don't expect another healer from the side of Die Gaming, and they think they were going to go straight into the ETC, a very strong main tank choice. Joe is still up, but not one of Joe's best map because it's not so rotation heavy. And we see Chromie. Chromie's got a lot of stall potential when it comes to the objective because she can just keep barreling out her spells from a long distance and not really give the other team a chance to channel. So that could be their idea here. Chromie was also buffed and then nerfed recently, so we'll see if she's still considered to be the menace that she was in the past few weeks. And here we get Anduin as their main heal and Tassadar as a mage choice, who also saw some nerfs this week, but still a very strong wave clear, strong point control. And there we go, we do have the Uther as the main healer. No double heal on the side of Death and Delay. Murden stepping in for the main tank role, and Leoric in the off lane. So let's go ahead and let's head into game one and see how this one's gonna roll out. All right, as we head into game number one here, we've got on the blue side, the left-hand side of the screen, we've got our NGS Div B team, Die Gaming, showing up here. We've got Glitterbeard playing the Diablo, Shamuskan on the Tassadar, Ethine playing Anduin, Kazarus on the Arthas, and Hydrahawk playing our Sylvanas. On the right-hand side, we kind of see a lane split going for Death and Delay. Mac Daddio on Greymane heading mid with MZ17. Murden now heading mid with Huckett. Maybe they were trying to avoid a Sylvanas cheese. Chromie, Delta Sniper, and MDC on Leoric in the top lane currently. So I think the red team split there to make sure they didn't Die Gaming didn't try some kind of Sylvanas cheese. It looks like they just played it clean, did a quick clear in mid, and now we're spreading out to the lanes. Chromie already clearing bot, and it looks like we're going to miss, you know, maybe one minion down there on the side of Die Gaming. Huckett jumps in with his E, but no real action just yet. Tassadar sitting top as the solo laner potentially against Leoric, which, you know, it's not anything crazy. Let's see what's going on here. Glitterbeard taking a ton of damage from Mac Daddio on the Greymane, making a play there. So let's see some early talents. Let's see what's been picked. So Chromie gets her talents a little early. She's already got her level 2 Chronic Condition is going to slow anybody coming out of a time trap. Time Walker's Pursuit, extra spell power, and giving her vision every 25 seconds. Keep track of where the enemies are. Wave of Light here, and Murden not choosing for the extra damage, but the extra sustainability with Third Wind. It's a good talent, you know. I tend to pick the damage, but that's just because I like to hear the dings. So, Third Wind definitely a great pick here. Osean Renewal for Leoric, just a little extra sustain, and then a pretty standard Greymane build here. We've got Q build from Tassadar. Bold strategy, block stacks on Arthas to negate Greymane's damage. Sylvanas going with the auto attack with percentage damage at level 1. And Devil's Due for Diablo. It looks like they did pretty good damage already, about half a tower on each one. Chromie controlling the bot lane with her spells was able to hold back Sylvanas and get some good damage, or excuse me, Arthas, and get some good damage on those towers. So we've got the tribute spawning top. It looks like Death and Delay was able to pop out their Bruiser camp with no retaliation from Die Gaming. So they're going to have to make a decision there on the side of Die Gaming if they're going to clear that, which it looks like. And they're potentially just giving this up, and that's a free first objective. Mac Daddio snagging the first tribute there for Death and Delay. Back in mid lane, another stack on Muradin's quest, rooted by Anduin. And just a little bit of brawling going on here. I don't think anyone's gonna die, but we'll see. Glitterbeard getting a little bit low. Arthas is a good counter to Greymane because of all the slows he brings and his block stacks that he picked. It's just gonna really negate Greymane's ability to dive without being slowed immensely. So MZ taking a bunch of damage. Kazaris in response as well. Leo makes an appearance. No kills yet. Glitterbeard decides, and Arthas deciding it's time to go back. Still no start on their Bruiser camp. They're going to let that one slide again. Chromie down here. Actually, Sylvanas was able to retaliate a little bit. Gets a whole tower. So bit of an advantage down there for the blue team. And here we go, a stun from Diablo, but he steps away immediately. And that's two tributes going over to the side of Death and Delay already. Those are two quick tribute snags. Granted, the second one was on their side, so a little bit easier to grab. The third one you can see will be on the side of Die Gaming, which gives them an advantage in picking this one up. But Death and Delay doesn't necessarily have to... Oh, nice try there from Huckett to get a rotation onto Hydrahawk. But he did waste his jump. He doesn't have it up. Uses his medallion to get away there. That's a 5-minute cooldown. Potentially it was Cleanse from Uther. Not totally sure. And it looks like they're going to give this one up. Die Gaming already postured up. There's a stun onto Chromie from Diablo, but now he's kind of on an island, and Huckett a little bit far away from his team because of the force wall. Mac Daddio takes a ton of damage, burns his medallion when he was already safe, jumps back in and gets the kill on Diablo. A lot of low health bars for the red team. MDC is going to pay for that one. But that's a one-for-one trade. Huckett's third wind now in effect. Look how quickly his health bar is coming back from that third wind. He is ready for more action. Arth is stunned. Greymane comes back in, and that's a pull from Anduin. Huckett jumps in. Hydrahawk comes back and gets the kill onto Chromie, but that's a one-for-one as Chromie's traded out for Sylvanas. Mac Daddio jumps in again, and that's a kill on to Kazaris for the brawl here. And Death and Delay really wants to win this objective. This will set up, and that's a level 10 Cursed Bullet coming out. Long enough brawl for level 10 to hit, and they destroy Glitterbeard's Diablo. And they're making a play onto Shamiskan. He's not going to get away from that Entomb. And Death and Delay looking really strong in this early game. Getting pick after pick and winning that fight handedly. They did lose a couple... they did lose one there, but overall in their favor. And you can see the curse is now in play. Towers and forts doing nothing. Mac Daddio burns... no, I think that was a cleanse from Uther. Now I can't even tell when it's a cleanse. And he jumps back in with 30% health. Dodges the root. And here's the invulnerable. He's got the Divine Shield from Uther now. And they back away. They've got bot fort. They've taken top fort. And it's... Ooh! Delta Sniper trying to snipe Hydrahawk here. Very low health bar. Is he going to be able to get that? Hydrahawk gets away. as the red team makes their way to their boss and the blue team makes their way to their bruiser camp. This could be another advantage to Death and Delay, as they're going to have the pressure advantage here, as that boss is going to be heading directly to a keep. They can potentially go for a double boss play. Blue team now thinking about starting their boss, but they don't have Sylvanas with them. This doesn't look like a good call. And Death and Delay charging down, potentially going to try. So, oh my god, Kazaris hit by the cursed bullet, and a huge combo from Chromie. There's a nice protect from Anduin, gets everyone nice and healthy again. APOC goes down. Huckett is deep, trying to get back to his teammates. That slowing sands is going to keep the blue team at bay. Great position for that from Delta Sniper to get that disengage. Huckett somehow manages to jump out of there, and we see nobody go down in that fight. They're looking now at this boss. This is kind of a risky play because that top boss is almost dead, and they may be able to, on the side of Die Gaming, rotate down here to stop them, but it doesn't look like they're on their way there. They look like they're thinking about it, but they're not going for it directly, and it's going to be too late by the time they get there. And we see Diablo taken down again. He has the souls, so he will be coming back, but not as chunky as he was just a few seconds ago. A slowing sands here to stop the team from being able to escape without being severely slowed. Look how slow Arthas is. Sylvanas walking out, and she just gets annihilated. Now we see Diablo stuck in there again, gets pulled with 70 health. He's gonna be able to get out, but he needs to be careful. He does not have the health bar. Arthas goes down, and that's a two-man down on the side of Die Gaming. Death and Delay making good use of that boss. Gets the whole front wall there. And the first tribute after the last phase coming up now. It looks like it's going to be a free one for Death and Delay, as they have the talent tier advantage that just got equalized there. So this could be a good time for Die Gaming to try and look for something. Unfortunately, Diablo doesn't have souls right now, so his health bar is not as chunky. He needs to kill some minions to try and build up that health bar again. So Die Gaming's kind of got to think of, do we try and make a play before level 16 advantage? Because there is, one level left before Death and Delay hits level 16, and that's going to be another scary spike for them. Kazaris stepping out, hit with the cursed bullet already, and look at him just disappear. Silence arrow from... Oh, and that beautiful invulnerable divine shield coming from Uther, saving Greyman, and he retaliates, goes right back in, and does tons of damage. Secures another kill and a level 16 advantage there. Death and Delay looking very strong in this first match. Hydrahawk's got to be careful. Doesn't want to be caught out again here. Chromie hits her with one of the W's. And Hydrahawk at 90 gets caught by Muradin. I think that was either the Thunderclap or just a Q through the wall there. Looking very strong. Huckett jumps in behind Kazaris. Another cursed bullet. Wow. You rarely see an Arthas melt like that, but man, he went down quick after the cursed bullet, the Chromie combo. Death and Delay looking very strong in this game one. A 3-level advantage. A pull to get Tassadar out of that entomb. Keep them in the game for now. First keep going to Death and Delay as they saunter away now to steal the Bruiser camp. Now Hydrahawk sees this, but needs to be careful. There's a stun from Muradin. No one else around. Just a little bit of damage and then goes back to his team. I don't think they can end here, but that's a nice steal. Doesn't let Die Gaming get it on their side. And this could be a free curse. And this is pretty dangerous. Die Gaming's got to decide if they're just going to go for this. They are down level 16 talents. Kazra is thinking about it. Leoric in the bush waiting for them. Shamazan's got to be careful. But he's okay for now. The fight breaks out. A huge APOC stuns everyone in a black hole to follow it up. There's a lot of damage. A protect. The blue team looking great right now. Can they finish this? Arth is taking a lot of damage. They can't quite finish someone. And there's Greymane, the first kill of the fight. This could be the return that Die Gaming was looking for. It's a 1-for-1 right now as Diablo falls. Hydrahawk looking pretty low. Kazra is still trying to do the frontline thing, but gets a huge combo from Chromie and goes down. And there's a triple Chromie just cleaning up now. Murden skates by with 300 health, and look at that third win coming in. MDC keeping them close. He's got plenty of slows. Slows down Anduin, and there's a lot of damage from Chromie, and Anduin goes down. Another curse on the side of Death and Delay as they chase down. There's a medallion from Tassadar. Is he going to be able to get away here? He does survive. Lives to fight another day. Let's see if they're going to be able to make a defense. The core already being pelted by these catapults. 3 catapults from mid here. And this is looking pretty rough on the side of Die Gaming. If they're going to be able to make some kind of miracle play. Diablos goes down. Here's an Entomb onto Arthas. Tons of damage. There's a black hole to try and save Arthas. Shamazan takes a bunch of damage. And it looks like they're going to get the kill onto Leoric. Let's see if they can keep this going. Mac Daddy with the minus 50% armor from the core. But that's a lot of deaths already on the side of Die Gaming. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold this off. Plenty of minions coming in. Shamazan. And that's game 1. Going to Death and Delay. Looking pretty strong here. Coming out. Just firing from all angles for the start of Season 1. Season 10, Week 1 here in Div B Northeast. So let's check out some of these stats, and let's see what it's looking like here. Let's see who were our MVPs. Chromie. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Way to go, Delta Sniper on them. Serious snipes, putting out 77k in just 14 minutes. Nothing to sneeze at. Very nice. Tassadar coming up top damage for Die Gaming. But let's look at these deaths. 4 to 20, blaze it tonight. 6 deaths for both the tanks, Diablo and Arthas, over here on the side of Die Gaming. They're going to need to kind of resituate, not let themselves get tilted here, and come back strong in game 2. We already saw it tonight. We saw a reverse sweep. It can happen again. So let's see if Die Gaming can bring it back together for a strong game 2. Let's check out some talents here while we get ready for game 2. So let's see, I'm going to be waiting for a lobby here for a second while the teams figure out who's going to get map pick and who's going to get first pick here. So that game kind of just snowballed a little bit, you know, after the first objective. Death and Delay kind of just kept the advantage, kept pressing forward, and never really gave them a break. Die Gaming had a pretty successful all-in fight before the last objective, but they were down levels, down talent tiers. It was kind of a Hail Mary, and they did manage to, you know, trade out, but then they couldn't finish it up. A big combo from Diablo, but it just didn't get closed there. So check this out. We had Wizened Duelist from Greymane. That's a pretty high risk, high reward talent. Didn't see how many stacks he got in the game, but he did put out a ton of damage. Only died once to put that all out there. So looking pretty good from Mac Daddio in that game. Just bear with us a second as the teams get ready for game number 2. Looks like we've got a lobby set up. So let's go to our map screen and let's set up what we've got in game 2. Let's see who picked this one. So we are on Infernal Shrines as we wait for the lobby to get set up. Let's see who had map pick. So it looks like Death and Delay had map pick here, and we will see first pick again coming on the side of Die Gaming for game number 2. Now, earlier tonight, we saw a strong game 1 from Gilly Shark and turning into a reverse sweep. And, you know, we're all here for 3-game series, right? We love to see 3-game series. So just, you never know what we're going to see here in the NGS. They might have something else up their sleeve ready to go for this match. So looks like everyone's in the lobby, and let's get ready for the draft any second now. We're just waiting for the players to be ready. So teams are starting to get ready. Thank you guys for sticking around with me tonight. We've had crazy games all night. Stomps, we've had back and forth games, long games, short games. It's all been going down. So let's see how this Infernal Shrines, this is going to be a new map for us tonight. So Infernal Shrines tends to be, actually, when I was playing in Div B, it tended to be kind of a favorite map around here. I don't know what it was, but a lot of teams did like to pick it. There's you know, a good amount of macro play, but a lot of team fighting, and it can get very exciting around the shrines, where, you know, you're trying to kill the monkeys to be the first team to 40 monkeys, but also zone out the other team, fight the other team. There's a lot going on all at once in those shrine fights. So we are heading into the draft now. And let's see how this one goes. So we've got Die Gaming on the first pick, first ban here, and they're going to drop the Stukov again. They do not want to play against that. Stukov, you know, with his silence puddles, can be pretty terrifying, just zoning around the shrine and really controlling the space. So they do not want to deal with that. And Death and Delay responds with a Sylvanas ban. So I don't know if that's a target ban against Hydra Hawk from last game, but they do not want to play against it again. And, Sylvanas is particularly strong on this map because she can turn off the towers and turn off the forts, if the team does win the objective, and strengthen the push even harder when they're pushing with the Punishers. So Greymane knocked out here. We did see some very strong Greymane play from Mac Daddio. So probably a target ban. Also very strong on this map. So he can do a lot of work to the monkeys. So that is not going to be played this time around. And Garrosh again being banned on the side of Death and Delay. As we go into our first pick here. Let's see if they move into the Diablo again. This is a strong map for Diablo, fighting around those shrines. Players tend to be caught in a weird spot because there's so many walls in the shrines that they could just get pummeled into a CC chain. But they're going to go Johanna. This is a good pick on this map. She does well on the shrine, controlling the space. And there you go. Huckett says it's my turn to play Diablo. And just like I was saying, it is a good map for it. But Jo does well as well here. She's got a lot of sustain, her own Unstoppable on a 25-second cooldown, and she's going to do great at rotating between mid and bot at the beginning of the game. Just a lot of control, as well as on the shrine, killing the monkeys. Kael'thas, very good at controlling the shrine as well. And let's see, if there's a lot of melee on the side of Die Gaming, not so much so far, but Kael'thas does a lot of work to melee heroes. So we see Junkrat, another Overwatch hero, making an appearance here, and Anduin. Ethine played a great Anduin last game. Decides to stick to his guns there. And here we see Tassadar ban, another target ban, I think. Well, he's actually really good on this map, just clearing monkeys, but making sure that Die Gaming has to play new heroes this game, and just banning out their damage players from the first game. So let's see what the ban is in return. Maybe another healer. There's Uther banned. That's a good ban. I mean, choking out the healers a little bit more, and he played a very strong Uther in the first game, so we're not going to see Uther this time around. So Rhaegar, probably as good as it gets when it comes to wave clear as a healer. So that's going to be helpful on the shrine as well as around. He's got his ancestral healing, can save someone who's caught in a combo. Let's see if they get any big burst damage. Junkrat's Riptire can do damage, but they're definitely going to need to pick up a little more damage on the side of Die Gaming here. And let's see what they're going to round this out with. A Muradin and a Zeratul. So Zeratul sharking around the map. Probably going to try and focus on Kael'thas because he's pretty squishy. Zeratul just invisible, can sneak into the back line, teleport around. A very good Zeratul is something to be scared of. That is a very high skill cap hero, and I'm excited to see how Shamuskan can bust that out tonight. And Vala, just a very straightforward, strong hero. Lots of damage, lots of sustained damage. Pretty squishy, so kind of interesting into the Zeratul pick. But I think it can work. I think it can work into that team as long as she plays relatively safely, which is hard to do as a Vala, I'll admit. So let's head in to game number 2 here. Death and Delay up 1-0. So, sounds like I'm not getting in-game sound. I'm sorry about that. I don't really know how to fix that, but it is what it is. I'll try and keep the chit-chat up. So, here we go into game number 2, loading up here on Infernal Shrines. So let's start off on the left-hand side for Die Gaming. Glitterbeard playing our frontline. Johanna here. Look at Zeratul. Already invisible there. Shamiskan going to show us his Zeratul. Ethine playing the Anduin. Hydrahawk on the Junkrat. And Kazarus on Muradin. Actually just noticed they have Johanna and Muradin. That is a chunky front line. On the right-hand side, for Death and Delay, Mac Daddio from the Greymane coming over to the Kael'thas. Delta Sniper on the Vala. MZ17 playing Rhaegar. Huckett on the Diablo. And up top, already going to the top lane, Imperius being played by MDC. So it looks like Zeratul sharking around a little bit. And the team's just waiting for the minions here. Actually, Junkrat already heading bot, getting a little bit of damage onto the wall as the rest of the team sits mid and tries to get some clear. Glitterbeard and Ethine alone, not going to be able to clear the wave too well. Muradin and Zeratul sitting top against Imperius, who just mounts up and says, I'll wait for my minions. I'm not going to fight both of you right now. So Death and Delay looking good with their rotation here. Catching the soak. Rotating as 4. Hydrahawk sitting bot. Joe sitting mid. And Die Gaming kind of making a little bit of a rotation here. Here's a charge onto Kazarus, who gets pulled by Ethine. So that's going to be on cooldown. I mean, it is a Muradin, so he's got a lot of health, but they didn't want to take any chances. That Anduin pull will be off cooldown before the next objective. So Junkrat still trying to poke down at this wall. Already done a decent number to the gate as Death and Delay does cap their camp, and Die Gaming still yet to start theirs. They are lacking in the wave clear a little bit as far as having the Muradin in the 4-man. But look at this. They are just brawling here against Huckett, who's having trouble getting away. Kazarus jumps in at half health, trying to walk away, very low. Vala was 16, and actually MDC comes and stabs him to death. And here we go. There's a dive onto Hydrahawk, and that's 2 kills to none on the side of Death and Delay. Looking strong here as they start game number 2. Still early though, not much. You can see they have a small XP lead from those kills. Let's put up the talents here and see if anything exciting. Look at this, Caltrops from Vala. That's an interesting pick. Don't see that one too often, but that does give her a cooldown reduction on her vault, so she's more mobile once she completes that. And she went Creed of the Hunter, attack speed at level 4. This is you know, the kind of the full attack speed build. It's a very high risk build, but if she can pull it off, it's gonna be a menace here against Die Gaming. Auto attacks from Diablo. I haven't seen that. I'm not sure if that's been changed at all, but it did get picked here. There's the pull. Ethine pulls, and MDC comes in for a deep stab. Turns back around. So, full shield build so far from Rhaegar. And Junkrat going Q, going for the grenade build. Oh, here's a stab on to Johanna. Pulls her unstoppable. Diablo is deep. Turning back onto Joe. He's trying to walk away. Rhaegar's low. Pops their own medallion as they try and run. And we see Zeratul first to go down. Unfortunately caught in the back line there. Not able to secure a kill. Glitterbeard gonna follow as the kill on Johanna. And a double stab from MDC onto Ethine and Kazarus. No follow-up there, but none needed as they secure the first shrine handedly. I don't think Dai Gaming is going to make an attempt to move back in here. So level 7 advantage, currently 2 death and delay. And there's a stab, doesn't catch for Imperius, but the first Punisher going to death and delay as it stomps down the lane. It's about to jump over, and that's a good pull from Johanna, getting it over the wall so that it's taking as much damage from the towers as well as the fort. And there's a bomb over the... There's Huckett gets bombed by Junkrat, but does walk away. Very successful clear from Dai Gaming. Well played on their part. Only lose 1 tower and the gate there as the rest of Death and Delay spread out. Vala's starting the camp over here. She's at 31 stacks on her Creed of the Hunter. Once she completes that, she's going to get up to 20% bonus damage. That is nothing to sneeze at. Shamuzan, let's see what kind of build Shamuzan's chosen. He's going cleave build. So this is the standard cleave build here with the teleport on his W, on his singularity spike. Johanna trying to hit 4 people with her Q. See if she can get that big extra slow on her punish. Just the general, 2 people for the 80% slow is pretty strong to begin with. So completing that quest is just a bonus. Rhaegar coming in for a chomp and just quickly walks away. Hydrahawk, a little deep here, but able to bounce away on his mine and stay safe. Here we have Murden going with the perfect storm, already at 10. 14 on his level 1 talent, and diving deep is Huckett. Got the body block on Hydrahawk, trying to survive here, and Junkrat goes down. Huckett now on Effine, able to get away with their medallion, but Kazarus is deep, not able to jump over the wall, goes down as the Death and Delay snowball continues. They've hit level 10 first. Vala did drop her strafe in that battle. Excuse me, Rain of Vengeance. I think she dropped both stacks because it's on cooldown right now. I didn't see it played, but it was successful in helping get those kills. So let's see what the rest of the talents here. They went Bloodlust. So Bloodlust is going to be great for Vala particularly. Maybe that is why Diablo went auto attack build, to get the most benefit from the auto attack bonus from Bloodlust. Angelic Armaments, the shield for Imperius. Lightning Breath for Diablo, not the APOC combo, going for the big stinky fire lightning breath, and he dives in, walks back out. We've got level 10 for the other team now too. Dai Gaming, Rain of Vengeance, and Phoenix. Bless Shield standard for Johanna. Shamuzan kind of deep here. Delta Sniper gets this. Oh, and here comes the lightning breath trying to take out Shamuzan. Can they get enough damage here? Shamuzan very low, kind of doesn't want to go back in, but he might need to, and there's a bomb spread. Shamuzan gonna go down with that bomb spread from Joe as she died. So that's a double kill for Death and Delay as they try, the Dai Gaming just tries to saunter away before anything else happens. So that was pretty close. They had a pretty good counter engage, but most of that fight was trying to save Shamuzan, who kind of got caught out a little bit. But then, once he survived, I don't think there was a way for him to go back in. Hydrahawk needs to be careful for a stab. And there's Murden going in deep. Bloodlust pushed. And Kazarus taking a lot of damage. There's the Protect from Anduin. Kazarus was not in there healing. Shamuzan at half health. Effine kind of deep. Delta Sniper just pelting away. Hydrahawk also in the back line trying to do his own. But he takes a lot of damage. A lot of low health bars on both teams. MDC kind of chasing on his own. He might go down here. Kazarus going for the kill. He gets the first kill of this fight, but he's going to pay for it with his life. Now the John Cena gets the stomp onto Glitterbeard, and that is a 2-for-1 in favor of Death and Delay as they come in to follow this Arcane Punisher under the fort. So Hydra Hawk trying to just poke away, but can't get too much damage onto the Punisher just yet. That's a big stun from MacDaddio, but Hydra Hawk seems to be okay just now. Be careful with that wall stun, Hydra Hawk, but he's okay. And here comes the Punisher. He's going to make a second jump over the wall, double stun, and Delta Sniper follows it up. Here comes the Phoenix on the wall, trying to get a little extra damage, a little zoning from MacDaddio. And there goes the Punisher. Let's see if they're going to retaliate here. They are down level 13 talents, and it looks like Death and Delay is going to be able to walk away here. Huckett, kind of deep here. Let's see what happens. He's going to be by himself. Let's see if they can get enough damage. He started his lightning breath, but then canceled it. I just don't see enough damage coming out to kill the Diablo with full souls. And it's Junkrat by himself. Zeratul finally showing up, but he drops his time prison, his void prison, to save Glitterbeard. As the rest of the team down here, there's a stab onto Ethine. Kazarus slammed into the wall on a flip over, but no follow-up damage to get him as the team tries to step away. Delta Sniper has finished his level 4 Creed of the Hunter, getting that extra attack damage based on stacks. Let's see what the damage is looking like in this game. So actually Junkrat popping out the top hero damage so far, but as you can see, you know, it's tough because if he's popping that damage onto Huckett mostly, he's going to be able to tank that damage, where Death and Delay has been able to get a lot of focus damage where they need it to take advantage of these team fights. So you could see that a lot of damage being soaked there by Diablo for the most part. Hydra Hawk trying to get away now. 250 health. Let's see if Vala has a vault. Not enough, and the Q, Vala's Hungering Arrow, comes for the kill. I think she hit the gate, and then it followed Junkrat. That is crazy, and Bloodlust gets dropped over here as they try and find some more kills. Kazarus trying to survive now, 80 health. Ethine goes down. He was very deep with his ult there, and he was just, you know, not much he could have done to get out of there. So Death and Delay taking their victory prize there of the bot fort. Ooh, Kazarus, nice stun to stop Huckett from diving in. Shamuskan comes in for some quick damage, and there is a little burst onto Huckett, but they're able to walk away. It's hard to say what the best play. I feel like Die Gaming needs to hit level 16, probably focus on soaking up as many minions as they can right now. Shamuskan working on that, and Bot, the team working in that top. They need to hit level 16 to get another fair fight before this gets just too out of control. Joe's gonna be able to walk away here. She did burn Blessed Shield. There comes the Riptire from Junkrat and the shield from Imperius. They break down pretty much all of this wall. And there's a stab onto Joe, but he's kind of off by himself. Let's see if they can finish this kill. Imperius not able to walk away. Nice control over him there. But now we need to see if Kazarus can get out. He's popped his... Nice, hopping back under. There's a big time stop. Kazarus looking low again, chasing after MZ1, but Zeratul goes down, followed by Junkrat. Glitterbeard looking low, unable to secure the kill. And Death and Delay retaliates after losing Imperius with a triple kill. So Death and Delay here taking the Frozen Punisher here, which will drop root circles that will disable towers and forts. So they need to be kind of careful here I don't know if he's going to get out of here. Kazar's looking pretty low. Effie needs to be careful if there's another jump on the horizon. Alright, he's able to walk away. A lot of lane pressure. For Death and Delay right now as they come marching down the top lane with this very healthy Protector who does not get over the wall. Ethine tries to bait it, but it doesn't quite get over. Let's see if they're able to push in much further here. It's still pretty healthy. Zeratul doesn't know what to do. Gets stunned alongside Joe. There's a big Riptire. Hits 4. Glitterbeard low with a living bomb. Spreads it to Ethine. And Delta Sniper comes in for the kill onto Ethine. There comes John Cena stomping onto Kazarus, who jumps away. And this looks like the first keep of the game. Going to Death and Delay. Let's see if they want to continue this attack right now. They are moving in towards the core, but there's a lot of root circles that do get dropped by the core. They need to be kind of careful. They do not have the Protector anymore, but the core shield is down and falling fast. Death and Delay looks like they're going to take game number 2. 15, 10%. But there's a lot of dead players. Let's see if they can hold it. No way. Are they able to hold this at 1%? The shield is coming back on the core. Well played on the side of Die Gaming to make that big play to hold on to this game. 1%. This is... it's really tough, though. They're going to have basically perfect play from now on to make this work. And Glitterbeard and Kazar is trying to do what they can. In the meantime, Glitterbeard taken over. Let's see if they can get another kill onto Diablo. This could be important, but they are under towers right now. Shamuskan tanking. And they're able to take the mid wall down after that glorious core defense. And now Diablo was standing at the core with 1% health on the core for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 seconds, and they had him chain stunned. That was insane. That was such a great play. He couldn't finish the core there. So we want to be watching out for Death and Delay. Let's see if they try and stay out of vision here. Look, oh, I did not want to do that. Okay. I was trying to give vision from Die Gaming's perspective, but I'm not good enough to do that yet. So here we go. We've got Void Prison down here. Here comes Anduin trying to save Kazarus, but he's the first one down. Ethine follows. This looks like it's gonna be GG here as the final team wipe. And Death and Delay marching towards the core to take down that 1%. MZ17 says, I'm gonna take down these minions with me. And this is gonna be GG. This is gonna be a very, very strong victory coming out for Death and Delay as they take 2 games. Look at that kill count, 25-9. That is murderful, for lack of a better word. I think that might be the best word in the English language for this performance. Wow. Great games from Death and Delay tonight. They really came out strong here in week 1 and really showing what they're going to bring to the table in this division as they take a 2-0 sweep over Die Gaming tonight. So let's look at these stats real quick and see if we can hop in for an interview with one of the players from Death and Delay. So Junkrat popping out top damage, a lot of fat Riptires, but he also managed to take top deaths in that game. So, you know, one for the other. Vala with the high risk, high reward auto attack build pops out 10 kills, just 1 death, and look at all that damage she's able to push out through the game. Very great series for Delta Sniper. First game on Chromie and now on Vala. Very, very strong performance from that whole team. Death and Delay tonight. So let's see if we're going to hop in for an interview here. Haven't heard back from the team captain, but let's see what he says. Let's give him just another few seconds here, see if he gets back to us. Maybe they're already celebrating, doing a victory lap in ARAM. Well, no, not hearing back, so I don't think we're going to have a post-game interview for this match tonight. So that's probably going to be it for the stream. We had a great doubleheader tonight. Gilly Shark versus the Beef Boys. What a great series. If you didn't catch that one, I suggest catching the replay here or on YouTube tomorrow. That was definitely one of the better series I've seen in a while. And right here, Death and Delay coming out strong, taking a 2-0 sweep over Die Gaming. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast. I hope you did too. So, I'm in the NGS. This one, but your channel is locked. So I hope to catch you guys next week. I'll be casting some more games. Stay tuned on the channel and on the NGS website to see if you want to catch more games on my stream. All right, guys, have a good night. I appreciate you hanging with me tonight, and see you soon.